What is up, guys? It is Peyton here from Level 9 Gaming, and we are back with yet another episode of the Crystal Palace Career Mode here on FIFA 18. I believe this is episode 18, if I'm not mistaken. The last episode was a very good episode. We got a win against Swansea City and Plymouth Argyle. Of course, my capture card did crash at one point. Hopefully that won't happen again. If it does, I'll know there's something wrong with it and try to fix it. But hopefully it doesn't. But we have a game against West Ham today. Then we'll possibly end off the transfer window. I may decide to leave it. I don't know. I'll probably end off the transfer window, though. And then we will go into a game against Newcastle, at which point we will end the episode. And then next episode, we will have, or actually this might be a one-game episode, then transfer deadline day and a squad report, and then looking over the transfers, actually. So yeah, we're probably going to do that. So this might be a one-game episode, actually, guys. The next episode will be a two-game episode with those two. Then I might have a one-game special against Tottenham. That or next episode might be 3 games, and then the Tottenham game, probably. More than likely like that. And then we'll have the episode of crying with those 3 teams. And then Huddersfield, Liverpool, Bournemouth, then Brighton, Watford, Leicester. And then those 2. Okay. So that is what it looks like right now, guys. Plus FA Cup games will be thrown in there somewhere, depending on how our next game in the FA Cup goes, which hasn't been drawn yet, so we don't know what that'll be. But we will be going into the next round and hopefully advancing past that, who knows. But today we're faced with West Ham, then we'll do a squad report and look at the transfers that have happened this window. So it'll be a kind of short episode, depending on how that goes in, possibly some transfers. Of course, it's transfer deadline day, you never know. But guys, I hope you're excited for this episode. I know I'm excited, and we're going to go ahead and jump into this West Ham game to get the episode started off. Alright guys, this is the side I'm going to take against West Ham United here. We have Benteke up top, Meyer at cam, Townsend and Zaha as our outside mids, MacArthur and Milivojevic as our CDMs, Ward and Kelly as our fullbacks, because Ward is going to have to play left back today because of the injuries to both of our left backs last episode, with Van Aanholt being out for 3 weeks and Schlupp being out for 8 weeks, which really sucks. We're going to be without a left back for a while. Nothing I can really do about that, of course. But we'll have to deal with that as it goes. We've got some replacements that we can kind of play there a little bit, and hopefully we can make it through that. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. But Ward is going to play that left back position. He's still a little bit tired from the last game, but we're just going to have to deal with that as it is. And then Sako Sane as our center backs, and Skorupski, of course, in goal for us here today. So that is our lineup going up against West Ham at the London Stadium. They're in 2nd place right now in the league, so this is a very important game, and we're going to want to play well. In our form right now, I'm thinking that we could do it, and I hope I'm right. So let's go ahead and jump in here. And we are here at the beautiful London Stadium. Of course, I don't think a lot of West Ham fans like it as much as they did, what was it called, Upton Park. But it is an amazing stadium, of course, a former Olympic stadium in England, and it looks beautiful in the game here. And there is Daley Blind, who, of course, they have signed. I think they signed him in the summer transfer window, though. I think we've already played them while they've had him. But let's go ahead and look at their lineup here. Javier Hernandez, of course, Chicharito up top, with Arnautovic and Medeiros as their outside midfielders. Medeiros, I think, is a new signing I saw in the breaking news thing. I think this might actually be his debut for the club. Lanzini at cam, Koyate and Abiang at CDM, Blind, Agbana, Fonte, and Byram as their back 4, and Hart in goal, of course, formerly the main man for England, but of course struggling in recent years. We'll see how they can do today. Hopefully we can come out with a win here. Benteke up here at the back line. He's going to just kind of stop. And he's got it here, and he's going to take the shot, but Arnautovic is going to end up clearing it there. He couldn't quite get back to it. Ward stops it, gets it. Townsend gets it, sends it back through to Ward. He's going to touch it inside to Meyer. Meyer with some nice little dribbling right there. Good control. And Townsend, he's going to act like he's going to cut inside before actually not. And then I was going to try to cross it, but Agbana cut us out, and it flies over to Zaha, who gets it to Milivojevic, who tries to send it into Meyer, but can't. Meyer is going to do that and then send the pass in to Benteke, and Benteke has it and cuts it back and sends it to Zaha. What the crap was that shot? Medeiros has it here, and he's going to give it straight to Sako, who's going to keep it in, but gives it straight to Medeiros, who sends it in, and Arnautovic has a chance, but he hits it over. Oh, wow. That, he's going to be very unhappy with that. That is the end of the first half, guys. It's been a very boring and, quite frankly, dull first half with very few chances. I don't think we've had a really good chance. You may not have seen any highlights from us. I'm not sure. It's been rough. I've not enjoyed this first half, needless to say. We haven't been able to get shots off in places I feel like we could have. We've dominated possession, and hopefully we can keep that up. But we need a goal here. Although I would be okay with a draw against the second in the table, we need a win here. It's a very important game. And it looks like Townsend making the run. And Townsend chips it in for Benteke. He can't quite get the shot off. But, oh, come on. He missed anyway. It didn't matter. Benteke was offside. Doesn't matter though, Milivojevic missed in the end. Benteke not been dominating in there like I want him to. But maybe he can here on this corner. Benteke! It would be nice for one of our players to run in and like tap that in as it goes across the goal. But I guess it would be hard to react that quickly. I don't know. That's disappointing. And here we go. Give it to Meyer. Meyer has it. And he's going to get shoved off the ball if I'm not careful. Sends in the cross. And Townsend connects with it on his weak foot on the volley. And it's not good. He's going to give it to Benteke, and Meyer makes the run. Meyer has a chance, but Hart saves it. Come on, Meyer. All right, guys, I need to make some substitutions here to hopefully do something. You see Milivojevic picked up a yellow card, but I'm hoping he doesn't get sent off. I've brought on Ings for a very tired Zaha, Williams for a very tired Andros Townsend. I put Meyer over on the left mid spot, and Tompkins is going to come in at right back because, of course, the injuries have us weak at fullbacks, but it's okay. That is the 3 substitutions I'm making. Hopefully we can finish this, get a late goal because we deserve a goal. And there's the yellow card being handed to Milivojevic, but whatever. Alright, we're going to give it to Ings here. Ings, actually a lot of open space in front of him. And he's going to cut inside here. And he gets it here. And gives it to Benteke. Benteke might be through! Might be through! But it goes for the near post shot. And it's just wide. He's going to actually chip it over to Ings. Ings heads it past that guy. And he still has it. And just waiting for anything to happen. And give it to Tompkins. Tompkins, give it to Benteke. Benteke is going to drop it back to Milivojevic. Milivojevic takes the shot by Koyate, blocks it, and everything. Look how many people are standing in the box right there for West Ham. I think that was probably around 7 players. I may not have counted that correctly, but I might have. You never know. Tompkins, that is an absolutely terrible header, and that will be the end of the game, guys. They were playing so defensively, and I just couldn't get through them, so it'll end in a 0-0. Very boring. For a 1-game episode, that's going to make this a very short episode. This may not even be like... It's definitely going to be less than 15 minutes, I say that much. That was a terrible game. Really. We deserved a win there. Meyer should have scored on his wide open chance, but Joe Hart made a good save. Hey, that's how it is. Now we're on transfer deadline day, and let's see what happens. Well, guys, I apparently set the demands too high for Yohan Cabaye. Kind of sucks, but oh well. We won't be selling him again. Sorry for my dogs in the background. I can't do anything about that. We're going to go ahead and move on. Transfer deadline day is almost over. I'm about to just go look at all the transfers that have happened. Alright, guys, so that's the end of the transfer window. Of course, we're going to go through, or we're in the last hour, but nothing else can happen in the last hour. So we're going to go ahead and look at all the deals that have gone on, the biggest deals. You have Eriksen going in this transfer window. Cavani went in the last transfer window to Real Madrid, but Eriksen went to PSG this transfer window. I'm only going to go through the ones that have happened in this transfer window, but you can see some of them that happened in the last transfer window as well for a lot of money. Coutinho to Milan, for example. There was actually a lot of big ones. Lamar going to Arsenal, that was quite realistic. So all of these happen in this, and here we are, Pereira there going for 42.1 million to Dortmund. So we got some big deals there, actually. I'm just gonna look at most recent, I think. So here we go, Duarte to Levante for 5.2 million. Cardinal, a young French goalkeeper, I believe he's French, going from Nice to Napoli on a free transfer. Remy going from Montpellier there. Cosiello, another young Frenchman going from Nice to Fiorentina. So Frenchman going to the Italian leagues, that's interesting. Berisha to Stuttgart. I'm just going to look through and see if I see any big ones. This guy going to Manchester United on a free. I'm not sure if he's a youngster or what's going on there, but I mean, he went there. So there's that. Then you got all these guys. Riyad Mahrez going to Real Madrid for 31.7. That's interesting. Wow. Huth going to Trabzonspor. Nathan Redmond going to CD Leganes on loan. So that's a loan deal. That's interesting, actually. Mati Debussy going to Wolfsburg. Anything interesting happening here? James McArthur has just signed with West Ham for next season. Jack Harrison's gone to RC Celta. Jose Gaya's going to Milan there. Juan Agudelo to Southampton. So that's an American coming to the Premier League. Yes, show them for America. Although he's not very good. Just ignore that. Ignore that. Blah 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 blah. Alright, so that's all the recent ones. I think those are actually all just today. Jeez. I'm going to go back to looking at the bigger ones. So let's just go ahead and do that, shall we? Socrates going to Barcelona for 44.1 million. Carvajal going to Bayern for 42. Promes going to Chelsea for 38. Ta going to PSG. Klein to Milan, although we might still buy him next season. We'll talk about that next season. Carvalho going to Spurs. That's interesting, actually. Andreas Christensen going to Dortmund for a lot of money to replace Socrates, I suppose. Lucas Vazquez leaving Real Madrid and going to Inter. That makes sense. Dyer going to Inter, and that doesn't really make sense. Cuadrado going to Spurs, sure. Kimmich going to Juventus. Brahimi to Valencia. Florenzi to Barcelona. That's a good pickup for Barcelona. He's a very good right back. Savic is going to Manchester City. Javier Pastore to Milan. Blah, blah, blah. Medeiros, that's a guy we just played. He came from Sporting Club of Portugal, so he's probably a very technical player. I don't know much about him. But that is kind of an overview of most of the big transfers. Jordan Henderson, sorry, has gone from Liverpool to PSG. That's interesting. See what else has happened in this transfer. No, any big ones. Hisa has gone to Valencia. Wait, hold up. Did that say Hector Bellerin? He's gone to Real Madrid. Wow, so he undercut Barcelona. Harsh. Jeez, man. Looks like blah, blah, blah. Liverpool. Liverpool got rid of Dejan Lovren. Poor Leverkusen there. Having to suffer through him now. Pereira, of course, leaving. And then Quaresma going to Roma as well. That is an overview of most of the transfers. You can see their transfers here for us. Max Meyer, Sane, Ings. Then we'll look at the most recent, I suppose. MacArthur has just signed with West Ham on a free contract. He'll leave us next year. We've signed Fulton and Wilshere on free contracts. He'll be with us next year. Speroni is going to Leeds next year. He'll be in the Championship. Sorry, I thought he was retiring. I didn't know that. It's my bad. Of course, we had Meyer come in. Dreyer punching left, and all of those guys that you saw in the last transfer window. So that kind of rounds up the review of most of the big transfers there. You can see the top deals here: Eriksson, Pereira, and Mahrez for this window. And in the latest deals, Shaheen, Duarte, and DeSanti. So there's those guys, and I'm going to go ahead and send to the next day and do a quick squad report. This is getting ridiculous. I'm glad we have Max Meyer now so that Jonathan Williams can back him up, because Ruben Loftus-Cheek has torn his hamstring in training and will be out for 6 weeks. We just can't catch a break. Jeez. But Youth Squad Month Report did come in, and we've got this guy, Jordan Collins, 80 to 86. He's looking really good, actually. 17. I might need to start training him a little bit, because he's 80 to 86. That's good. That's really good. And could definitely be a good player for us in the future. Alright, guys, I need to do this quickly because I just got an alert that Wilfried Zaha's release clause has been paid, which is very scary for me. I don't need him leaving. He's like one of our very few good players. But $39.5 million, that's a lot of money, but we cannot let him leave. He is one of the best players, if not the best player at this club. Oh no, I'm not delegating the renewal. No. He's on a 5-year contract too. I don't want him to leave, so I'm going to go ahead and go into a contract negotiation real quick on Wilfried Zaha to get rid of the release clause that I didn't even realize he had. Yes, you will be crucial. You're already crucial, don't you worry. Contract length of 4 years. Let's counter it with 5 years. I want to keep you forever. Alright, cool. Works for him. Disregard release clause. Wink, wink. Yes. Okay, cool. And that is problem solved. So then we'll go ahead and negotiate here. I don't know. I mean, we're not going to make any more signings this year, obviously, so I guess I'll just go ahead and go up to 60,000 with like a 1 million signing bonus. There we go. Offer that. See what he says, and that's fair. Okay, crisis averted, everybody. I got the email that said his release clause was paid, and I was like, no. So I do think signing him to a new contract like that, if I'm not mistaken, means that those negotiations are immediately over. Yeah, well, it still says accepted right there. Oh, yeah, you see? Rejected because he accepted our contract. Because they could... Yeah, okay. So we're good. We're good, guys. Crisis averted. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go through a quick squad report. If you want to do that, go ahead and stick around. Feel free to pause the video on any of these players that you want to look more in-depth at, but I'm going to take a quick look at them. You've got Maxime Cartier, the youth star goalkeeper, 17 years old, has potential to be special there. We can't look at goalkeeper stats, obviously, but yep. And then Speroni there as well, and Lukasz Skorupski, he's grown by 1, going to 77. Speroni, of course, fallen by 1. Cartier's gone up by 3 because since I've started training him. You've got Joel Ward here, 2-star, 3-star, 28 years old, right back. Left back. He does both for us, which is very good because of the injuries having to both of our left backs. So he's actually growing in a few stats here, the 28-year-old. That's good to see. Martin Kelly, I think he's the same thing. Yeah, he's growing in all these stats. He's actually got 3-star skill moves, so that's interesting. I can do a roulette with him if I wanted to. He can do right back, left back, and center back. Very versatile, although he's not very good. But that versatility is good to have. Fosu Mensah is injured forever. Don't even worry about him. For Salif Sane, of course, we signed in the last transfer window. 3-star skill moves on a center back, not exactly common. You can see he's going up in his stats. He's going up by 1. He is an 80 now, which is great. Sako has gone up by 1 as well. He's an 82. Such a good player there. You can see his stats. He's still just growing a little bit. Jairo Riedewald, he should only be growing. He is a center back, but I use him as a center defensive mid, kind of a destroyer kind of player. A very good at defensive play, and he's so good for us at that defense. I have him kind of stay back with attacking. He doesn't really go forward much. Alfie Mawson has grown a lot, gone up by 3 overalls. He's going to be a phenomenal player in the future. James Tompkins actually gone up by an overall to 77. I think that 77's been earned in this episode. I'm pretty sure he was a 76 at the beginning of this episode, but whatever. Michael Phillips has gone up by 2 apparently. Haven't touched him. Van Aanholt's gone up by 1. I've enjoyed him, although he's injured right now. Schlupp, he's gone up by 1. I've enjoyed him, although he's injured right now. Milivojevic, he's gone up by 1. He's been pretty good. He's had some absolute bangers of goals, a couple of them. He's been a good player for us, though. He is our captain usually. Houston there has gone up by 1 apparently. Haven't touched him. Wilfred Zaha, we almost just lost him. What a coincidence, right? But you got that 4-star, 3-star, very good player, of course. He hasn't been great for us, but he's been pretty good. His finishing is 75 on there. It doesn't seem to be that good sometimes, but he's definitely not the best finisher, but he's a good dribbler and a good passer, and that is what matters. He's a good team player. Wan-Bissaka's gone up by 2. Haven't touched him, haven't touched him, haven't touched him, although he's gone up by 2 as well. Yohan Cabaye here. He is, of course, gone down by 1. I would like to sell him if I can. I tried to, and he didn't get out. Same for Much. I wanted to sell. He didn't leave. He's not gone up by 1. He's been 70 the whole time, although he has gone up in some stats, but he's stayed the same. Going down in stats now, James MacArthur, because he is 30. He'll be leaving us at the end of the year. Sule Kaikai, he's gone up by 2. I have trained him a little bit. I've trained up his finishing, which I think is above 70 now. It is. It's actually gone up by 10. He's up to 75. Obviously started as a 65, so he has grown a lot this year, which is phenomenal. Andros Townsend here, he's gone up by, in stats here, he's gone up by 1 in overall. 3-star, 4-star. I didn't realize he had a 4-star weak foot. I actually did not know that. Well, just goes to show you. Nia Kirby has gone up by 2, haven't touched him. Max Meyer, he's gone up by 1, 4-star, 4-star. Backs in the player, finesse shot, flair, technical dribbler, very good player, cam / center forward / left winger. He's a good player. I do wish his shooting was better, but it's getting better. He's already gotten up to 70 on the finishing. Haven't seen it. We haven't made a shot with him yet, but he'll get there, guys. As he improves, I think he'll start scoring. He's going to be a very good player for us. I've enjoyed dribbling with him, that's for sure. Loftus-Cheek, continuously injured. Where is the injury-prone trait? He deserves it. He's always injured now. He just got that injury in training, which really sucks. Jonathan Williams, of course, he is injury prone, but he doesn't spend all of his time injured in his career mode. He's gone up by 2 overalls. He's been very good for us and very fun to play with. Ben Brereton, he has been so fun, and he earned his 70 rating, by the way. He did get up to that in this episode, apparently, which I didn't know. I haven't even done a training this episode, but he's gone up to his 70, which is awesome. His finishing has gotten a lot better. He's above 70 in that, and we will keep training him. He's only 18, has phenomenal potential, the young Englishman. And he'll be a great backup striker and possibly even starting striker in the future. You never know. Or right mid. I've been playing with right mid in these cup games where he's been scoring, and it's been awesome. So he's a great player for the future. Keshi Anderson just got back from his loan. I've been using him a little bit. He's fun because he's kind of fast. He's got a little pace on him. I do wish his finishing was a bit better, but I mean, hey, you never know. He could be decent in the future. I think he only has around mid-70s of potential, so I'll probably sell him on once he does get up there into the mid-70s. But for now, I mean, he's there. Danny Ings, he's had his moments of great and he's had his moments of terrible. Mixed feelings on that signing, but I'm sticking next to my signing. He's done pretty well, and I do think he could do better. Hopefully, he will continue to play for the club. Ladapo, I have tried to sell on so many occasions. He refuses to leave. Nias can leave whatever he wants. He's had moments of scoring. The only moment I can think where I was confident he would finish was against the League 2 goalkeeper last episode. So many chances he just misses all the time. Benteke, usually very good, although he had the absolutely embarrassing miss last episode against Swansea City, but he's usually a very good finisher. Target forward, of course, our big man up front. So many goals this season. He has been our main man, and I wanted to sell him at the beginning of the career mode. And I'm sorry, Christian. Forgive me, I'm sorry. But we will not be selling him anytime soon, that is for sure. But guys, that is going to round up this squad report. If you want to stop on any players here, you can go ahead and do that. I'll look at who's grown the most, so you can see up by 6. Loftus-Cheek always injured. Then Brereton at 4, and then all of these guys have just been growing, of course. And then all the guys that, oh my gosh, lots of players have grown a little bit. And then those guys have not done anything. And then combined Spurn have gone down by 1. But that is the squad report, guys. I'm sorry we only did one game this episode, and it was a very boring game at that. I just don't have time for another one. I actually need to be going here very soon. I've got to go though, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and do the liking and subscribing. I mentioned like 3 seconds ago because I'm bad at outros. Anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see all of you guys later. Goodbye.